there, looking at following the stories that I have been. It's been very busy during this COVID-19 period with the amount of gusels and deaths that have taken place, and the amount of work that had to be put in to get those burials done. But on another note, let's talk about the Save a Life campaign.
Okay, so on the whole society's perspective, the Save a Life campaign comes out of the Saabrie Chisty ambulance services. The idea behind it is to basically do as much as possible to serve the community's needs in terms of any emergency medical requirements that there are. And at this moment in time, one of the biggest ones are COVID. So we've been sitting, and because COVID has come in and reduced gatherings, and Saabrie Chisty normally has a fundraiser in which we procure funding to keep the ambulance services running for an entire year. COVID-19 had stopped that and naturally had drained the resources that had all been drained from the ambulance services. So one of the main idea behind the Save a Life campaign, firstly, is to reach out to the people out there and explain to them that saving a life can come from everybody. You need not necessarily be a medic. And because Saabrie Chisty predominantly depends on funding from the community, saving a life could come from anybody sitting in basically helping contribute towards these type of projects. In the Save a Life campaign, we're trying to share as much as tips, safety tips in terms of road safety, in terms of COVID, and basically giving people an idea of what is currently relevant. A lot of what we talk about in the Save a Life campaign in terms of safety stuff is based on the calls that medics are doing at the moment. So, turning around and saying COVID is on the increase. As a safety tip, start doing precaution safety measures. It's because the number of calls that are being done by the ambulance service at current are increasing. So
I can only imagine. I mean, it's probably a whole lot worse than what it was before. Paint us the picture. We need our listeners and our viewers to understand the situation that we're in, and how important it is to actually, stand with you and support you, to be able to help you to reach out to more than you have before.
So I'll start off on the far end of that. At the moment, over the last 3 days, we've done 12 burials on the burial side of it.
Sure.
But in the week prior, we could see that the calls are coming up. We're getting between 6 and 8 calls a day of people requesting some sort of medical assistance, bearing in mind that the needs of the community that are being serviced are for people that are the less vulnerable, they're not capable of going to medical facilities or accessing doctors, for example. So you have calls that come through, 5, 6 calls a day coming through, where elders are calling you and saying they cannot breathe. We need to check up on their vital signs. So the calls are coming continuously. The ambulance services need to grass up, to dawn up, go and find out. Sometimes not even sure whether or not the patients are positive, purely because they've got all the necessary symptoms. So the picture at the moment in time is that there are quite a bit of people that are going, some actually sitting in their homes that are currently suffering with COVID, that haven't maybe even been tested for until we find out that they actually go to a facility.
So it's like literally putting yourself on the front line and having to go there to be able to try and save that life, and being selfless, because you're literally putting your own life at stake by going out there.
There are many volunteers that are doing this at this moment in time. But if we can do anything to service those people in the community who are unable to service purely because of financial needs or the situation that they're currently in, we're willing to do that. We have to do it. We have to save people's lives as best as possible.
I think it's a very selfless act. But let's talk about the situation at the moment. You were saying that, of course, you need more funding because the more you reach out, of course, the expenses start to rise.
Yeah, what shocked me once I got into ambulance services was we sat down and we had a look. And we had a look at the number of calls that were being serviced currently in the COVID period. We looked up to 300 calls a month. And out of those 300 calls, 97% of those calls they require funding. Because a lot of the people that are Saabrie Chisty do attend to don't have medical aids, so to say. And when you look at the funding point of view, this is where we appeal to the community to say that every time something can assist in terms of PPE, and sometimes it's donations in terms of certain things of emergency medical equipment that may assist us. But funding is a huge problem for us in that sense because it's double what.
Is that one of the most important things that we can get going in the interim so that you can get going to save those lives? Or what else is it that you require? Because, I mean, as we know, going out there, you are going to require those hazmat suits, you are going to require those PPE, should we say, all those types of equipment and things like that. So, what is the most important thing that people can contribute to save this life, to the Save a Life campaign?
Look, I think PPE and stuff, we have had people that have come through and that have put it through. But funding in terms of costing for the actual cause that we have to go out for in terms of logistical costing, fuel. Remember, we've got 20 paramedics that we need to keep continuously going on to this system. So funding has become a big problem for us in that sense. But whatever it is that we can take towards the help reducing something. So, I think maybe checking with Abu Sayed, for example, is what the exact need would be a little bit more specific. And we appeal to the public to please assist in all sorts.
How can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so ideally, you can contact us. Our contact numbers are available on the website, Saabrie Chisty Ambulance Services. Contact numbers are there. The chief contact person would be Abu Sayed, and he would be the person that would be able to guide us a lot more. It's just unfortunate he couldn't take this call this morning also because he's also been running around quite a bit.
Yeah, no, it's been a very difficult period, and we surely do understand the type of situation you're in. But we're appealing to all those out there who have, it's all about giving and being able to uplift people and save those lives. So we're appealing to all of you out there, to all the public. Just let's try and do this. Go out there and help the Save a Life campaign, because literally that's exactly what it means. It's going out there and saving lives. And by reaching out to you, you in turn can then go and do your job and reach out to those that are in dire need. And I say dire need because it's, of course, reaching out to those that are, of course, in a less fortunate position than we are.
Well, most definitely. Nafisa, just on one final one, we've run out of oxygen concentrators that we've actually had as resources. And we now need to service people that phone us and begging us for oxygen concentrators. So there's also quite a big need for that too as well.
Yeah, I think maybe what we need to do is get in touch with, I'm going to now hit this hard here, is this morning I just heard that brother MTS Suleiman is trying to help out there from Gift of the Givers. So I'm hoping maybe you can get in touch with him through a brother Abu Sayed and see how he can help out. He's been reaching out to the KZN hospitals. So let's just see if he can help in some way as well. And we're also appealing to the public in whichever way that you can help assist with this, please do, because it's going to save many lives. So Jazakallah so much. What few words would you like to leave us with quickly before we leave?
I think at this current moment in time, from all perspectives, COVID is a reality. We are asking people to do that, but to try to see if they can help prevent their family from contracting it and try to just ensure that you are all safe during this time. All the regulations that are being put through are there for reasons. It's there for our own safety. Let's abide to all those regulations as well.
Jazakallah so much. Allah bless you, keep you safe for all the amazing work that you guys are doing out there. Saabrie Chisty is definitely making milestones in many directions in order to save lives. And when we of course want to commend you on that. And Allah keep you safe. Thank you so much for joining us today and enlightening us on the plight that you have in order for others to understand that we need to start supporting you so that we can make things better.
Ameen. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That was Brother Mohammed Kaka, sending some light into the situation happening there with Saabrie Chisty, having to try and save lives. Let's go out there and see how we can help them. We're going to go through to now our news bulletin with Sabile Duma at the Al Ansar newsroom.
If you care enough for the living, make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world.